Yo, what up? It's your boy C's from theclife.com. Welcome to another video. It's Monday and I'm back on the grind. Your boy just came back from NYC, visiting the fam. And yeah, it was a great time. I was able to take myself out on a date and, walk around like being a tourist in my old home, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying for the day I get to head back and live that New York City lifestyle. But be careful what you wish for, right? Anyway, yeah, I just finished up with my 6 a.m. client and we had like a pretty good discussion because, she's made such a big leap in her progress since I first saw her with her overall health and fitness. Like, to start, we were doing a lot of tri-sets and quad sets, and she would barely make it through all of them. But now she got to the point where she is recovering a lot faster than she once did. And there's this buzzword, cardio strength training, right? And some people tend to bastardize it, but it's pretty simple. You're training two systems, your cardiovascular system and your muscular skeletal system. And just by working those two, you have density. So Mike Boyle, I think he coined the phrase, with structure comes density. So you want to structure your workouts where it shortens the time that you have to work, but gives you the biggest bang for your dollar, right? So with her, we do a lot of tri-sets and a lot of quad sets. So we're working her cardiovascular system and we're working her skeletal muscular system. I don't know why I have trouble saying those things, but she's working a lot harder in a shorter period of time. And as we work from week to week, it shortens her recovery. So she was able to spike her heart rate up to like 170, and it took her less than 30 seconds to get it right back down. And I'm like, look, that's progress. That's the way that you can measure that progress, just by your recovery that quick. Because before then, she was taking like 4 minutes for her recovery to come down. So right now it's like bam, bam, bam. She's like burning a lot of calories, making a lot of gains, and we're happy. She's happy, I'm happy, and the program is working. So I'm gonna give you guys the workout that I'm doing with her down in the description below. So do this for like a month, like 4 weeks. I'm gonna give you, so she trains with me twice a week. I'm gonna give you a 3-day workout. I've probably given it to you before, but this one is very effective. It's tri-sets, and yeah, she's just like going through laps, 4 rounds, 3 rounds, and yeah, keeping that heart rate up, keeping that muscle working. And it's like 30 minutes to 45 minutes worth of work. She's in, she's out, and yeah, man, like highly recommended, especially for beginners who are looking for something that they can adhere to on a consistent basis. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. Right now, I'm just waiting on my 8 a.m. I got a little hour gap. So as I'm waiting, answering emails and programming, my favorite thing to do. So if I'm not working out, I'm programming. And if I'm not working out or programming, I'm educating myself, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna finish up here and then holla at you guys in the next clip. All right, so back from the gym. Had a pretty good workout, although, well, let's take it back. Let's dial it back. It was an okay workout because in this program that I'm currently doing, there are benchmarks that I strive to hit, like miniature PRs, from session to session. Kind of like gamifying it so that, I give myself some points if I hit certain weights. But today wasn't the case. That freaking belt is just bothering me, man. It's still bothering that rib cage. So anyway, either near here or there, I'm still getting the work done regardless. Just came back. As soon as I came back from the gym, had to take my son out to play outside because daycare is off today. So with that, took him outside to play. I was starving. came back, had something quick to eat, and giving you guys a quick little update on things to come. So workout went pretty okay. Program wise, I love this sort of routine because it gets me laser focused and executing. At the end of the day, that's all I can ask for, right? So anyway, moving on. All the workouts going to be in the description. You know where to find it. But moving on, I think it's imperative that I have this discussion right now because I've been meeting with a few entrepreneurs, who have very lofty ambitions, and with those ambitions, it can kind of blind you, on this journey. And this is something that I was blinded to, grinding and continue to be blinded, what I'm saying? Because these things sort of blindside you from time to time. And I want to be realistic, there's like your aspirations and then there's reality, right? Your aspirations is to, earn an income online and, have time and financial freedom, which is everybody's goal, right? And then there's the reality, the day to day. And this has to be said, this path isn't for everyone, but everyone can possibly do it. Your results is going to be based on your contribution. And with this channel, I'm trying to contribute more and set realistic goals, because there's my aspirational goals, which I kind of keep hidden in this little office here. And then there are the goals that, are more realistic. And those realistic goals is based off of your actions and your actions alone. There are people that I've, like little entrepreneurs, not little, but entrepreneurs that I have conversations with, and they kind of blend the two, their aspirational goals and their the reality of it all. And it's kind of based on other people's actions. Here's an example. Like, I want to get 100,000 subscribers in a year or 5 years. A goal like that is based off of other people's actions, right? The goal like that is based off of other people hit and subscribe. That's something that's out of your control. Instead, you can say, I want to produce 1,000 videos in a 5-year span. Now, this is something that you can control, right? And it's like, I want to earn, $100,000 in a year, $10,000 a month. Now, although that is a tangible goal that you can control, it's also a goal that is tied up on other people's actions based on what type of business you're in. Let's not leave that out, because there's ways that you can earn $10,000 a month, and it's based off of your actions alone. And then there's based off of other people's actions, like let's say affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is earning income based on other people's actions, right? They have to click on your affiliate link, then the affiliate has to do their accounting and then pay you based on your production, right? So goals, I've been talking about goals for like over a year or even 2 years now, and I'm like in a place where I can, set goals and I am happy with them, because those goals that I set are based off of my own actions, right? When I look to my left there, it's like, okay, what are the actions that you can do in order to get the results that you desire? And it's record, it's publish, is record, edit, and publish, right? Those are the goals that I can, and that's like my business sort of a goals, right? And then there is outreaching. I can reach out to individuals, and basically the only goals that I am in charge of is me behind the keyboard sending those emails and trying to generate leads. Now, sending those emails is something that that's based off my actions. The response, right? Response rates, those vanity metrics, that's based off of other people's actions, right? And there's free will and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. There's no manipulation. That's something that they're in charge of. So that's setting those type of goals. Yeah, it's aspirational to get like, 40% click-through rate, yada, 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 those type of vanity metrics. But the only actions that you can control is actually sending those emails. Now, also, there's like your workouts, right? It's like I have clients who rely on me, but I kind of try to get them to be independent, right? So it's like I'll leave the door open, like, hey, my office is always open to you. You pay me. So set some goals that's based off of your actions alone. And by doing that open door policy, it's like they're in charge of their wellness by reaching out to me, and then me producing the workouts for them when they travel, etc., etc. So with that, it's like they cannot say, oh, my trainer didn't do that. My trainer didn't send me my workouts. My trainer didn't FaceTime me or call me or yada, yada, yada. That's based off of my actions. Their goal, I make sure that when they're setting goals with me, is based off of their actions, right? Can they download the MyFitnessPal app? Can they track their macros for at least a week and tally up the number at the end of the week? Can they like take that number and work with that number in order for them to reduce their caloric intake and expenditure of energy, right? So these sort of things is like you have to be realistic with these. And like I'm sure there's people out there that says this a lot, but it's like how it's communicated to you. So I want to try to make it as simple as possible because I love simplicity, right? The KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid. That way, whenever you're like out in the ocean and you're like stuck, you're stranded, the fundamentals will get you back home and alive, right? So when I'm like out in the field and I'm like, holy shit, I don't know where I'm at, I'm like, okay, what can I do in order for me to get back on track, right? I can record, I can edit, I can publish, right? When it comes to my workouts, what can I do? I can't like, oh, there's a secret workout out there, let me go and try to find it. It's like, I've done all the education that got me to this point. Let me program for myself. Let me not rely on these hundreds of thousands of YouTubers, pushing their programs at you. So when you're looking for my workouts and my exercises, ask yourself like, hey, did I do everything that I possibly could in order for me to reach my goals, and not necessarily put that burden on someone else? Because everybody has their own agenda. And at the end of the day, if you are like blindly following, that agenda is probably going to put you in a position that you don't want to be, right? So stick to your script, you know where you want to be, and nobody knows what's going up in here, right? You know where you want to be, so just stick to your script, write your own book, your own narrative, so that when you get to where you want to, you got to it like on your own accord. Now, there's a paradox, right? There's a paradox to this because, what I'm saying kind of seems like you can do this all on your own. Although, the journey is yours and yours alone, you can't do it on your own. Oh shit, bars, right? The paradox is, you set goals based off of your own actions, but then it also requires a collaborative effort on other people in order for you to get to where you want to be. A quick example, like a radio, right? A radio is like based off of frequencies. There's your Power 105, your Hot 97s. Now, in that station, or like there's your in those stations, they're serving different sort of demographics, right? Although I just mentioned two hip hop stations, but stick with me here, right? In each station, there's a system in place to have it operate, right? So that's the frequency. So basically, where you want to go, you have to align with those same core values and principles. So you have to tune in to that frequency to get the messaging and everything that you want, right? So those frequencies is a collaborative effort. It doesn't run by itself, right? So it takes a team of people. So whatever goals that you have, as you take steps and as you move towards that goal, you're going to align with people who have set that same goal and is on that similar path. And you want to be open to that communication in order for you guys to collectively get to where you want to be. All right. Now, this is like a complete 100, and I hope that you slow this down and like take this in. You know, set goals based off of your own actions and your own actions alone, but also leave yourself open to communication and collaboration so that you guys can move and progress further, right? With this channel, this is like my own little frequency. I'm like sort of like a radio television station. And people who come across this video are those who are in line with that same sort of frequency. Right now, there's a small group of people, about 56 subscribers, you know, and I'm like, okay, trying to communicate and collaborate with those subscribers and see how we can all move collectively towards our end goal. All right. So anyway, it was a long diatribe. I felt that this is something I need to communicate, because as I have these discussions with entrepreneurs and people who are along this path, these type of things come up, you know, and it needs to be said, because there's a lot of noise out there, and I want to try to be as real and as transparent as I possibly can, because that's the sort of thing that I want moving forward. You know, I want people to keep it all the way a stack with me, and yeah, and just, you know what I mean, let's get this money together, let's learn from each other, let's grow, let's plant all these seeds, grow into that evergreen forest, and, you know what I mean, continue. Just keep on keeping on. Anyway, I'm just going to end this rant here. Thank you guys for watching, man. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. Holla back. Peace.